Hi, good morning. Well, today we'll try to see about how we can change the stream flow shapefile data we have into a proper way that we can simply identify the stream orders, and also we can style the stream orders with their size as per the order is concerned. So in this regard, today I will try to show you how we can use GIS, QGIS, in order to change our watershed map of stream flow having this display into this one. Into this one. So you can see the bold one, which is a main stream or a main river, and the very tiny one are tributaries of small streams. So how we can change from the small streams of tributaries to the main river lines, that the water can be just accumulated at some junction and creates a very higher volume and a huge river basin. So in order to do that, first let's see about what stream order means. Well, stream order is a hierarchical or numerical method which can be described as first, second, third, fourth, fifth, based on the stream orders of the streamlines that you have in hydrology to classify the sites, and it basically shows the branching of the complexity of streams within a given watershed. In other words, we can see the tributaries from a small, tiny river line into very higher or mid-range and then huge river which can be flowing to the downstream. So the very small and unbranched tributaries are basically called as first order. When these two streams are basically joined together and make a little bit higher volume of stream, we can say it's the second order stream. Primarily, it's basically using Strahler method. It basically helps to analyze the watershed drainage in the habitats and the flow characteristics. So in other words, stream order is a measure of relative size of the streams. That means the first order streams are very small streams which cannot have any branch, and there's no any other streams which can join them. So these small streams may join together and form one big river, which is higher in volume than these small streams. So these two will form the second order. Then if the second orders are joined together, and they will form the third order, and so on and so forth. So ranges from the smallest first order to the largest may be found in up to the 12th order is found in Amazon River. It's one of the well-known river basins in the world. Over 80% of the total length of the Earth's river and streams are headwater streams, first and second order. Big streams are basically less than 20%. So as the water travels from the source to the outlet at the mouth, the stream tends to increase in width, depth, and discharge. As you can see from this display of the picture, the streams are basically showing us whenever the stream order becomes higher and higher, the streams tend to increase their volume and width as well as in depth, as well as in a way that it can be dangerous for flooding and other types of natural disasters might be the higher stream order rivers. So now, in order to visualize in a way that it can be very visible and to determine the higher river line within your watershed or basin, from this streams you can see into this, let's see using the QGIS. So I hope you already have the QGIS with your desktop. open your QGIS, and you have to import the two shapefiles. One which is showing the boundary line of the river basin or the watershed. The other is the streams. The shapefile which shows the streams. So you can do it basically by just clicking into layer and add layer. Since it's the vector layer, you have to click on the vector, add, and then here the vector dataset. The source is the vector dataset. Click here and it will take you to the folder where your data of the shapefile is basically found. So from that shapefile, from that folder, you have to import the shapefile into the QGIS display. So this way I have two shapefiles here. So the first thing what I have to do is I have to differentiate the Strahler order or the stream order that this shapefile have. So let me say this is an Awash River Basin which is found in Ethiopia. Then right click on it and then go to the attribute table. Open the attribute table. So after you are opening the attribute table, you can see there are different parameters are basically described in the table. Starting from its ID, main rivers, their lengths in kilometer, distance, the upland, watershed kilometers, and the likes are basically found. But our concern is here, ORD_STRA, which means Strahler order, or let me say stream order. So if we manage to sort it out, we can get 6 as a higher stream order and 1 obviously as a lower stream order. So there are 6 stream orders are basically found within this watershed or streamline depiction. So bear in mind. Now let's manage the assignment of the stream order from the smaller tributaries of the river up to the bigger river line. So now we have to go into the Awash River line, right click, go to properties, then while you are entering the properties, there are different layer properties are basically found. This layer properties might be information if you want to know some information about the data or the map that's displayed within the QGIS, and the source, whether it is in geographical system and UTM format and different ideas, and also symbology. So now for our work, we have to go into symbology, and you have to see all the others that have different applications in QGIS. So in the upper part, in the draw down arrow, you can see a single symbol. So just click the arrow and you can see different options. There are no symbols, categorized, graduated, merged features, and the likes. But our concern is on rule based. So we will try to style our river lines using the rule based method. So click on it. Then here you have the plus sign. So click on the plus sign, and then we have different editing rules, right? Filter, scale range, and the like. So go to filter, and then let me first order Strahler. You have to write ord underscore Strahler as it is basically found within the attribute table. is equals to 1. All right, then let's change the color. Should be this way. So let me say okay, the first one, but the line dimension or the line width is basically 0.2 millimeter, and then we have to repeat this again. You have to write the same style ordered extra equals to 2. Instead of 0.26, you have to change it. Let me say 0.4, and this has to be changed into the same line color. And again, add in the filter area, we have to write ordered extra equals 3, and the width has to be changed into 0.6. You have to adjust as your interest, and again the color you can manage as per your interest, but I want to make the same color, but the width has to be different, so in order to show from the lower stream to the higher river lines, it shows better. And then let's do again another in the filter part, ordered extra again equals to 4. The width has to be 0.8. Let me, with 0.2 difference, I've tried to manage with 0.2 difference, and then add, we are in the width 2, and again come to filter, and again ordered extra 5. The width has to be 1. Right, and the line color has to be changed into blue. You see the width is basically increasing. And again add in the filter area, you have to provide filter rule order equals 6, and the line width has to be changed into 1.2 or 1.6, and the color has to be changed. Let me say okay. Then what? Apply. Okay. Can you see? Now we can see that the stream order is changed, and again you can see the better map than before. So let me show you this, how it's changed from the previous one. Right, the first one was this one, the first one that we have. Now we have changed it into this 4. Right, well, that's it. Thank you for today, and we'll see another thing in another way. under time. Goodbye.